Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Tuesday, June 1st. It's June, and we are back. Let's recap yesterday's slate of games. It went 3-2, a winning day to close out the month. We're going to start with Mike Conley. Where are you at, man? I felt like he was injured, did not play well yesterday. He was over in PRAs, very popular play amongst the community. But what can you do about that? He ends with 21. Bojan Bogdanovic, a winner, under 18.5. Could have taken it at 17.5. Could have taken it at 13.5. He scores 13 points. We'll take it. Seth Curry, under 2.5 rebounds. He had 0 in the first half. Manages to pile up 2 in the second half. Still cashed the under. We love that. Wizards, Sixers. We had the over 116.5 points in the first half. Cashes it with 121. We love to see that. And then our teaser, our final L of the day, 3-2. Teaser, Sixers minus 3.5. Grizzlies plus 11. Grizzlies hold up their end of the bargain. Sixers lost, but what can you do about that? Embiid goes down with an injury, so my Sixers bettors out there, I am sorry for that. We're moving on into today's slate. We got another 6 picks coming your way. If you're new, subscribe. Why not? It's free. I'm trying to hit 5,700 subscribers today. We really appreciate all your guys' support. And shout out to all the COS All-Stars out there. I believe our newest one, NIV TV. Appreciate you guys, we really do. Thank you guys again for all your support. Really can't do it without you guys. Like the video if you are new. Let's get into today's slate of games, and we're starting with one, and it's a new month, and you'll see by this new month, new me, DeAndre Ayton, over 26.5 points plus rebounds. I know, we're coming full circle. Normally I'm betting DeAndre Ayton unders, but he's been an absolute beast in his first career playoff series. And you're looking at it, 26.5 points plus rebounds. I don't mind taking his points or his rebounds total separately if you don't have this line, but you know, DeAndre Ayton has been absolutely great, and I got 2 words for you. Andre Drummond. Yeah, with Anthony Davis expected to miss today's game, Andre Drummond's going to play even more minutes, and maybe you see some more Montrezl Harrell, maybe even some Marc Gasol, and that's going to be abusive. You've already seen Ayton destroy the Lakers as a whole. You've seen his stat lines. He had 14 points and 17 rebounds in Game 4, 22 and 11 in Game 3, 22 and 10 in Game 2, and then 21 and 16 in Game 1. He's been an absolute tank. He's cashed this over by at least over 5. The lowest was 31 in that Game 4 when he only scored 14 points. I think he gets more into the points column today. Taking it. He hasn't been close to it, and I think he hits it again with ease today in Game 5. We're taking it. DeAndre Ayton over 26.5 points plus rebounds. Moving on, minus 110. Moving on, LeBron James over 43.5 PRAs, minus 109. And maybe wait until Anthony Davis is officially clocked out and is out, and that's official. But when it is done, this should be a lock. And here's why. We took his under in Game 4, and you know, I would never take an under if I knew Anthony Davis wasn't going to be there. So obviously he cashed the over, and he landed on 43 PRAs. But today it's Game 5, and it's almost a must-win game for this LA Lakers team in Phoenix. You see the line at +5. The Lakers are underdogs, and that's disrespectful to the king, LeBron James. He's going to take over, and you just look at it. He's going to have the ball in his hand almost 24/7. The only possessions he won't, it will be in Dennis Schroeder's hand. I think he's going to go out and put on a big show. You think about the Suns. Do they have anyone that can guard him? Absolutely not. Put Jay Crowder on him, and you'll see him smiling. They just don't have anyone that can match up with his size and physicality. All of it, you know it. We're taking it. LeBron James over 43.5 PRAs. And not really thinking twice about it. You should fill up the stat sheet and really carry this Lakers team and try to keep them in the game. If they're going to have any chance of winning this game, it's going to be behind LeBron James unless you have someone off the bench like Ben McLemore go off on an absolute scorcher. I think he cruises to a huge night. Maybe if you don't have his PRA line, take his points line, because last game, what did he have? 25 points, 10 rebounds, and like 6 assists or 8 assists, maybe something along those lines. I think he has another big game tonight. Taking it, LeBron James over 43.5 PRAs. Moving on into another game on the slate, the Nuggets versus Blazers, another pivotal Game 5, tied 2-2. Michael Porter Jr., sorry, man. Sorry, we have to do this. Under 20.5 points, minus 114. Obviously, MPJ is capable of hitting this. There's no way. He could do this in the first quarter, and it wouldn't surprise me. But the man just is not shooting. And the Blazers are taking him away and letting Jokic, letting Campazzo's shot attempts are skyrocketing. He's attempted 9 to 10 shots. And you look at Game 1. MPJ, 25 points on 21 shots. That's great. If you get 21 shots out of him, I would never take this under. But then Game 2, you pivot to 18 points on 13 shots. Game 3, 15 points on 11 shots. And then Game 4, only 3 points on 3 shots. They just took him away. He's not shooting the ball. They're making him drive and not letting him launch threes left and right. And so I'm just not, if he's not going to shoot the ball, I'm just going to take the under and not think about it. When you look at it, yesterday we did compare we used OddsJam. If you never used OddsJam, use the link down below, and you'll hear why. Best odds comparison tool out there, but they have Pinnacle odds, and Pinnacle's mostly known as a European sportsbook, and they helped us cash 2 props yesterday. Bojan Bogdanovic and Seth Curry, they had the odds much lower, and they're the sharpest and most efficient book out there, and they had the odds much lower than what we were getting, and that's the same thing here. We're getting at minus 114. And Pinnacle says this under has a chance of cash at minus 148. So we're getting fantastic value at minus 114. Use the OddsJam link down below. Just show them some love. They're also partnered with Calling Our Shot. We don't make a dime off of you guys clicking the link, but we do appreciate you. And you should definitely check it out and use it to your advantage. It helped us cash 2 props yesterday, win 2 winners. So I'm taking Michael Porter Jr., not thinking twice about it, under 20.5 points. If he wants to come out and shoot 20 times tonight, so be it. I'll accept my L. Pinnacle gives it much better chance at hitting the under, so we're taking it. Moving on, Tristan Thompson. We're using Pinnacle here again in OddsJam. Sorry, Tristan, you were playing great in games 2 and 3, but game 4, you didn't play too much. You didn't even see the 4th quarter. You looked at his rebounds, and we're taking the under 10.5 rebounds, minus 127. Game 1, 10 rebounds, so the under cashes. Games 2 and 3, he had 11 and 13. So obviously hits the over. And then game 4, here's a big 6 rebounds. Trending in the wrong direction. And Tristan, if you looked at games 2 and 3 and you saw why he hit the over, it's because of his offensive rebounding. He had 9 and 8 offensive rebounds in those games. So he almost hit this over just offensive rebounds. I think that was a big change in the Brooklyn Nets game plan. In game 4, they said, no, we're got to attack the glass. Nicholas Claxton plays some more minutes. And they limited Tristan Thompson. You saw him only with 6 rebounds, and I think today it's another bad rebounding day for him because if he can't get those offensive rebounds, he's not going to hit this over, in my opinion. It's rather unsustainable to expect 8 to 9 offensive rebounds, although that is all he's basically done over his career, especially with that Cavs team that won the NBA Finals. Lastly, I talked about Pinnacle in the pick before. They get set this line at minus 187. So not only are we getting it at minus 127 with an implied probability of 56%, now you're saying Pinnacle, the sharpest, most efficient book on the market, has this at minus 187, almost a 10% increase of implied probability, 66% chance of hitting. I love that value for that reason. I'm taking it. I'm rooting against it, Tristan. Nothing personal, but I'm taking your under today. Moving on to another under, and I know you got a bunch of unders, but you can't only make money betting overs. I promise you that. Blake Griffin under 0.5 threes. So we're betting on him not to make a 3-pointer today. Minus 118 on FanDuel. And you know, I picked an over for Blake Griffin, and I learned my lesson wrong. The man stinks, and I'm not, okay, fine, I won't attack him like that, but I'm all over his unders today. I'm taking the under for threes. For starters, he doesn't even attempt them. This could be a 0.5 threes attempts, because you looked at game 1 and 4, he had attempted 0 threes. In games 2 and 3, he attempted just 1 3-pointer in each of those games, and he didn't make either of those attempts, and he's a 38% shooter. So if you're telling me I get 1 3, and he's a 38% chance of making it, I'll take this under. This is a better chance of hitting than that. Like I've done time and time again with Pinnacle, they set this odds at minus 163. I know I'm abusing Pinnacle, but this is an easy way to make some money, and this is a very easy, very great way to find some value, and there's value in this. Minus 118 on the threes. You're getting a guy that might not even attempt a 3 today, and why have him attempt when you can have Durant, one of the most efficient, if not most efficient scorers in NBA history. You got Harden, you got Kyrie. No reason to have Blake Griffin shoot any shots. Exactly. That's why he's my final player prop of the day. Get out of my face, Blake Griffin. We're taking it under 0.5 threes. Wants to come out and make like 3 or 4. Go for it. I welcome it. I'm taking it. And my last play of the day, I did not like any of the over-unders. If I were to take an over, it would be in that Celtics-Nets game, but I don't know. Their games in Brooklyn have not been as high scoring. So I'm taking a teaser. I know the teasers have been up and down. We should have hit yesterday if Embiid didn't get injured. I'm taking teaser. Lakers plus 10. Nets minus 7.5, plus 100 value. You look at the Nets, for starters, they're 12.5 point favorites, and it's for good reason. You look at them when they have played, they've won by 15, obviously the 6-point loss, 22 and 11. When they get into Brooklyn, into the Barclays Center, Mr. Jason Tatum, he does not get any foul calls. Sorry, buddy, you don't get any fouls in Brooklyn, and I think that's going to be the case today, and I don't think that the Celtics can keep it particularly close, but I don't know if they'll cover the 12.5, so I'm taking Nets minus 7.5. I think they cover that. And then Lakers plus 10, just betting on the greatness of LeBron James. This line should arguably be even bigger than 5, and I think the Lakers have a good chance of winning this game today, just because, you know, the whole world's like, the Lakers, they stink. They're without Anthony Davis. I think LeBron rallies the troops, and they get a potential win today. And it's 10 points. Keep it within double digits, and we'll cash this teaser. A recap of all of our picks. DeAndre Ayton, over 26.5 points plus rebounds. LeBron James, over 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Michael Porter Jr., under 20.5 points. Tristan Thompson, under 10.5 rebounds. Blake Griffin, under 0.5 3-pointers. And then my final teaser, Lakers plus 10, Nets minus 7.5. Boom, boom, boom. Those are our picks of the day. Subscribe if you are new. Really appreciate it. Go check out Logan's video, man. He went 4-2 again in the MLB. I'll link it right there. He's been an absolute scorcher. Almost cashed the parlay of the day, but the Athletics, and it would have been 2 parlays of the day in a row, back to back, but the Athletics screwed him. What can you do about that? Those are my 6 plays of the day. Good luck to everyone. Let's go make some money. It's June 1st. We have a betting recap video coming this month to recap the whole Calling Our Shot community. Let's get after it. Go make some money today. It's June 1st. Peace.